So I think it's more important that he travels well. But no, he has done. Everything is sort of smooth so far. No, they travel well. They had a good crossing and they've eaten well. And Sarah, I've only just arrived, but Sarah said they've all travelled well and they've eaten well. And actually, as far as horses are concerned, it's rather important they drink well as well. It's easy for us to do that, but actually it's more important. It's harder to make a horse drink. So
now you have a good relationship with Punchestown. Would that have helped your decision to bring Sprinter Sacre over?
Yeah, very much so. In fairness, I think we've been coming here a long time. They've given us a lot of support and help and a lot of fun over the years. And in fairness, after Cheltenham, I always thought that we might. Aintree didn't terribly appeal to me, and I said to Caroline and Raymond Mould that Punchestown might really be the obvious place for him to come to and miss Aintree. I rather sort of surprised myself and everybody over there by changing my mind and going to Aintree as well, which then obviously put a little bit more pressure on coming here, because we just had to be that little bit more certain that we were okay and everything was right. And I couldn't sort of let Richie and the team here have absolutely 100% confirmation until it was Friday, really, that one said, okay, we're happy, we're going to go. And I always sort of felt that it was, I owed the horse, he's in his prime, that he ought to come to Ireland one day. And as you can see, he's a bit special. And this is a country and a racecourse that loves horses, and it would be very sad if they didn't get to see this fella. Now, the next thing is we've got to get all our lines right tomorrow.
Of course. Do you feel it's important then to showcase a horse like this and showcase the sport by bringing him to tracks like this?
Yeah, it's as simple as that. When you've got something as special as this, they've got to, I say, this is what he loves doing. As you can see him this evening, he takes this in. This is him, and we do have a sort of awful way of. He knows he's good. And he also, unfortunately, knows he's rather good looking too. And it doesn't always go together. You know what I mean? There's an awful lot of good looking horses. There's an awful lot of good looking people. And they're absolutely useless at everything. Whereas he's one of these unique things that actually looks as if he's good, and he is.
You say the horse is taking it in, you're taking it in also. You enjoy coming here, you enjoy the racing, but do you enjoy the social side of it too, I suppose?
Well, we come here, yes, we've always been looked after. Punchestown it's the back end of the season. We've had the stresses and strains of Cheltenham, we've survived Aintree, and this is the first time we've come to Punchestown under serious pressure. And I will enjoy, I hope, the rest of the week. I'm not going to promise you I'm going to enjoy tomorrow.
Yeah, it's 9 from 9. You're going for the perfect 10 tomorrow. As you say, you have big opposition tomorrow also.
You do, and when you're running in Grade 1 levels, nothing is easy. And I think it's easy to say, fine, he didn't have a hard race in Cheltenham, he didn't have a hard race in Aintree. It all looked pretty cosy. You have to bear in mind that those races, when you go to these festivals, there is no such thing as an easy race, because I think the whole sort of adrenaline and atmosphere gets those, it has to. And you never just quite know how much it's taken out of them, not as much mentally, but they'll only cope with so much of it. But he's a very, very sensible horse, and his attitude is good, and his willingness is unquestionable, I think. And we've been happy enough in the last. It's quite close to go 1, 2, 3, Cheltenham, Aintree, Punchestown. It's quite quick to come back, but he's given us all the right vibes the last week, and we've always wanted to come. Raymond and Caroline Mould have always been very supportive, and they wanted to do the same, and haven't been here before. So they wanted to come and sample the delights and the atmosphere of Punchestown, and here we are, and a nice dry night would help.
The likes of Sizing Europe would be a perfect yardstick for the horse.
Well, we've met before, and we know each other well, to be honest with you. One obviously has reservations about the ground, but Barry did earlier on in the year, and we had to come into. We've been probably like Ireland underwater all winter, and so he's had to run in soft ground. And the first time we did, it was with intrepidation, but it seemed to make no difference. And again, he had to do it twice. And Cheltenham was hardly, it wasn't good ground, but it wasn't as soft as he'd been in before at Ascot in the Victor Chandler. It's going to be soft tomorrow. Sizing Europe's got the home advantage, and I think that's something that's also underplayed. I mean, Cheltenham is our home game. Now we're playing the away leg, and I think, put it in anti-parlance, into cricket or football or whatever you like, the away leg is a lot tougher than the home leg. So Sizing Europe has a big, he has the advantage tomorrow on that score.
And what do you think makes your horse so unique? Apart from the 9 from 9,
It's just, it is pure raw talent, and as I say, it also goes with the fact that he has this sort of aura about him that says, I'm good, and look at me, and I am going to show you. I hope and pray that that is what Ireland will see tomorrow.
Very good. And on Wednesday then you have the Gold Cup long run, a chance right-handed course here in Punchestown.
Track will suit him well. He and Riverside Theatre run in that. Suit him too, actually. No, they're in very good form, and yeah, they deserve to be here. They stayed out of Aintree to wait for here, so no, we'd be hopeful. We've got a fair few chances in the week, but I'll be glad when that first leg's out the way if all goes well.
And there's good prize money now for English race horses and race owners and trainers to come here to Punchestown.
It is. They've done a wonderful job, but I mean, Richie Galway and Shona and that, they're all sort of just not very good friends because they've looked after us for years. But, you know, we come here to support them, but they encourage us to come with, as you rightly say, a lot of welcoming and a lot of hospitality, a lot of prize money, and I've got a lot of owners who love coming here, and it's an annual pilgrimage, and this one is just obviously a bit special, otherwise you guys wouldn't be here tonight, would you?
And who else of your string should we look out for this week?
Well, there's some nice horses, nice bumper horses coming over. There's a horse called Beat That here for Wednesday, and a horse at JP's on Thursday, Captain Cutter. I think they're all nice. Nadia La Vega, she came over and won a race here the other day, the John Fowler Memorial, which was the John and sadly the Chich Fowler Memorial, which was very special to me because they were very, very dear friends. So we've chances all the way through the week, but
if there was one horse that might help us poor Irish through our difficult times, what might that horse be this week?
Well, I don't know. As I say, the only one thing we need to do is get through tomorrow intact, and then we'll think about the next batch. But the rest of it will be, you know, that is it's going to be the big test, and it's one that'll, as I say, I hope I can't say I enjoy watching sprinters races terribly. I feel the pressure. We're under it, and we're just very lucky to have him. It's my honour and pleasure to have to look after him, but he's now becoming quite public, so there is pressure on, and I just sincerely hope that everybody will see and enjoy what he is capable of doing.